Yeah.
35,000 bucks.
Yeah.
So he spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in return?
I think I should answer that.
There is one thing to have a man, and there's another thing for the man to be able to protect you, provide for you, and cherish you. So there is this interviewer, he's a very popular interviewer. I do see his videos come up on TikTok. So he saw a couple, on the street, and he tried to interview them, asking like, how long have you guys been together? Oh, a wedding ring, how much does it cost? And the man said, just about 35,000. And he asked the lady that if he got you a wedding ring or an engagement ring for $35,000, what are you giving him in return? The audacity of the question, like, why would you ask a question? Why do a woman have to bring something to the table? Why does relationship have to be transactional? I don't get it. And that's what today's video is all about. Let me roll the clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll come back and talk about it.
How long have you been together?
4.5 years.
No, 5 now.
Well, yeah, I guess 5 now.
5 years.
Yeah.
How much did you spend on her wedding ring?
I mean, show it. I mean, go ahead. It's a decent amount. So if you look up like a 3-carat diamond, it's a decent amount I spent on her. But she deserves even more.
Numbers wise, what we talking?
I mean, how much was it? 35K? 35K, yeah.
35,000 bucks.
Yeah.
So he spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in return?
I think I should answer that. So I get a partner that's loyal. I get the mother of my children. I get the most beautiful woman that I've ever, been around. And the most important thing is how she treats me and how she treats my family and how she treats her family. So for me, I have a partner for life, and it's worth every investment there is.
Okay. But a lot of people would say you could have the same thing without dropping 35K on a ring.
You could. And money's not an issue. Like, if you can get a cheap ring and it's the person that's for you, whatever. But it also depends on how much you make. So.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? My name is Maria Davids, and I'm back again with another interesting video. You all just let's just give it up for that man. I love the way he actually protected her, because that question the interviewer asked her, that was directing the question to her, was very annoying, very annoying. And he stood and was like, I'm going to answer that. She's loyal. She's going to be the mother of my children. I've got a best partner for life. Those things are not what money can buy. But the interviewer was saying the fact that if this man can spend 35,000 bucks on your head, what are you bringing to the table? And that's what today's conversation is all about. There are some men that see relationship transactional. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them out there. It's just few men that are like this particular man that answered this question. Just few of them. And I have interesting stitches to share with you. People had to contribute to this particular topic and everything. I'd like to know your thoughts and opinion down in the comment section. So let's watch the stitches together.
He spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in?
This is exactly what I mean when I say never settle. I am not talking about getting somebody to buy you a $30,000 ring, but rather a partner that will not let anybody, especially not a stranger, ever question your worth. The way this guy wasn't gonna let the interviewer disrespect his wife is just chef's kiss.
What does he get in return?
I think I should answer that. So I get a...
If you haven't watched that video, please watch it. But I cut it just when this interviewer asked the man, what do you bring to the table to the wife? And I just love how the husband interjected and was like, I will answer that actually. And I will let you know the value that she brings to me. I'm not going to let you embarrass her and have her prove her worth to you, a stranger. Like, I just made a video on this, but this is why, girls, it's so important not to just go after the provider, but go after the protector as well. It's not good enough to have a a golden retriever type energy man who cannot protect you. And it's not protecting in the sense of, oh my goodness, if there's a threat on the street, he's going to be able to defend me. Of course, that's important. But I'm talking about protecting your honor, okay? Like, is a man going to allow you to get embarrassed? Because I'm telling you right now, that would be, I already know it's like the biggest turnoff for a lot of women, but I know that would be the end for me at that point. Like if you were able to stand next to me and not defend me or pretty much check the man that's trying me, what the heck is going on? That's the question. Anyway, so like I said, or if I didn't say this already, please watch the video because you're going to get full context, okay? But it's not enough to date a provider. I'm sorry. It's not enough. You have to date a man who's dominant and who truly is not afraid to have a backbone, like who has that assertiveness and is not afraid to flex and to check those men that want to disrespect you, even if it's not intentional. Like, I'm sure this interviewer guy, like, this is part of his like work and livelihood, so he has to kind of make this controversial content anyway. But if you were caught in between a man who's just super sweet and super cute and kind and whatever, but he is unwilling, and you've experienced this before, he's unwilling to actually stand up for you, that to me is an absolute loss. So I hope this is a learning curve, girls.
Spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in return?
I don't like that interviewer because anytime I see him, he's implying that relationships are strictly transactional. And when you have that thought process, it'll immediately fail. I'm very happy that boyfriend stepped in. He said, I get a wife. I get somebody to spend my life with. I get a mother to my kids, because relationships now, they're not built on love. It's built on, what can you do for me if I do this? That's crazy. He spent $35K on a ring and he said, so what? Get your money up. When a man loves a woman, that money does not matter, especially if he's making it. 35K might mean something to bros interviewing. 35K seems light to him. He says nothing needs to be transactional. She just needs to be the best mother, wife, and I found my soulmate. I love her. That's enough. Too many people in this generation look at relationships as business deals. Like I'm sitting across from an investor. Like I'm a shark on Shark Tank. What are you going to do for me? That's not how relationships should be built. They need to be built on love. When you look at them as transactional, they'll never work. They'll always fail. I don't like that interviewer. I'm glad he kind of got checked today.
It's a decent amount. So if you look up like a 3-carat diamond, it's a decent amount I spent on her. But she deserves even more.
Numbers-wise, what we talking?
I mean, how much was it? 35K? 35K, yeah.
35,000 bucks.
That boy got a bag.
So he spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in return?
I think I should answer.
Some guys might not like this take, but I like how this gentleman stepped up for his wife. I'm going to be honest. I don't like how the interviewer, I don't want to say attacked the wife, but even questioned the wife and said, in this situation, what do you bring to the table? Because that's not for you to judge. If you was going to ask that question to anybody, you should have just directed the question to him. You already asked him how much he spent. And the only reason you even brought up that woman's value and or even questioned it is because you heard that dollar amount of $35,000. Why can't we just say, oh, wow, congratulations. Well, what did she do for you? What did you see in her? What did she bring out of you? You can ask those inciting questions to him without trying to put the spotlight on that woman and low-key try to embarrass her. And embarrass her is being a little dramatic. But I'm not going to lie. I can understand why the ladies love this take.
As a gesture, what does he get in return?
I think I should answer that.
That video has already been stitched to death. I just want to add one very simple thing. A person that really likes you, that is really, really, really into you, that's going to move mountains for you, they are never, and I repeat, never going to ask you, what do you bring to the table? And if they do, turn around and run, because they're not interested in a relationship with you. They're interested in a transaction.
He spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in return?
Dudes often have this problem where we see relationships and marriage especially as transactional, where we spent money on a ring, therefore you owe us something. What? I don't know. What? What does she owe you? Who cares? You know? What's the deal? You know? Do you want real advice? Do you expect certain things out of the relationship? Because if you expect certain things out of the relationship, you need to have that conversation at the start of it. Because if you don't, and those needs aren't met, or those wants, really, then you're going to be disappointed because the transaction was not completed, even though you did not propose the transaction in the first place. But also, relationships aren't transactional. Stop asking these stupid fucking questions.
So he spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture.
This is why I say don't argue your standards, don't negotiate your worth. The broke will always want you to be on sale. The interviewer can't even fathom someone spending $35,000 on a person, and that's why he turns and asks, what does he get in return? Frankly, I find that very disrespectful.
How long have you been together?
4.5 years.
No, 5 now.
Well, yeah, I guess 5 now.
5 years.
I don't know entirely who needs to hear this, but the what's in it for me mindset is going to keep a lot of people single. Because ultimately, human beings aren't like a business opportunity where you're seeking, the greatest ROI. No. And I really enjoyed, if you watch the video in full, that the gentleman was like, she exhibits qualities I want in a forever partner. I want her to be the mother of my children. She supports me. I support her. And ultimately, you want to see each other do well. And that us versus them mentality is only going to just keep a lot of people unhappy and just chasing things that just aren't realistic. If you notice, a lot of people who are spewing this rhetoric traditionally aren't in happy relationships. I'm just saying. Before I keep going, please hit the follow button for more. And ultimately, a lot of us are just looking for that person out there that we can support through thick and through thin. And of course, people who are in financial different situations will be playing on a different playground than, others. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Just play where you can. That's all.
He spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in return?
Our backstory here is that guy bought his girlfriend a $35,000 engagement ring. So then the interviewer turns to her and asks her, like, okay, he just spent this money on you. What's in it for him? There's actually a lot to learn here from this video. That question actually kind of encapsulates the problem with the way young men are viewing women in this day and age, at least in the United States. So that notion that like, oh, what are you bringing to the table? What are you doing for him? Like the answer is obvious. And actually this young guy here articulates it really well. He jumps in and defends her and starts giving this litany of attributes that she brings to the table. She's beautiful. She's going to be the mother of his children. She's a faithful friend, a partner. Like, duh, that's what the fuck you're getting. Like, there's nothing like more that a woman needs to bring to the table, because just in her very essence, in her energy, you can be lifted up into being a much, much better man. And for women, again, if you're looking for a long-term partner, you need to understand, like, what are all of the most important attributes? Like this guy, I don't know, I'm sure there's a more handsome guy out there and a guy in better shape. But you know what? He has a lot of really strong attributes. The way he views her, just generally speaking, the way he's willing to provide for her, defend her. Like, this guy's got a lot of good stuff going on, even though he might not be, the best looking guy on the block.
So he spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he...
His question is ironic in that the reason that she got a ring is because she already provided something. Seems pretty obvious, but her fiance did a great job of illustrating that for him. Within that particular context, the question really just implies a devaluation of women. It is an unanswerable question. And it honestly feels deeply inappropriate, especially in this context. The fact that he felt comfortable making that statement is interesting.
So he spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture.
So y'all know normally I do not stitch videos, but this needs to be addressed because I just had this conversation this past weekend. Black men are so used to their mothers doing everything for them, for everyone else, and getting absolutely nothing in return. That's how they act. They act like you have to bring something to the table. Black people are the only ones who have this debate. Like, what? Get it together. Honestly, once you get into certain positions, levels in life, you'll realize a lot of men that you're around don't care. They built the table, baby. They don't care. They want you. That's what they want. They want you because they see the type of woman you are. And you're going to add value to their life regardless. And black men think value is just monetary. Not all black men. Let me just say that because I love my black kings. But, yeah.
If you're still here, definitely you're enjoying this video. Thank you so much for sticking around to those points. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and comment your thoughts down in the comment section. See, in this channel, you can either agree or disagree. It's okay for you to disagree. It's okay for you to agree. Just put your thought down in the comment section respectfully. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. So personally, I love, as I said at the beginning of this video, I love the way the man handled the whole thing. I love the way you can see the way he's protecting her. Like, she hardly even talk. In fact, men like that, they are rare. Unlike some of them, unlike some other men, that they will expect you. Okay, I've bought you $35,000 ring. What are you going to do for me? You have to be my slave. You have to slave for the money. You will work for that $35,000. If it was someone like that particular interviewer that bought his girlfriend or his fiance that particular ring, she will see shaggy. She will see. She will be the slave that she has never been before. But to be honest, why does relationship have to be transactional? Sometimes there are some things a lot of things money cannot buy, that even people that have the money, when they see your worth in you, they can spend their last money. And he did another interview. There was another clip that the man shared how he proposed to her. Like, it was just so beautiful. You will really tell that this man is a very good person. From the interview, he's one of the best. One of them. He's one of them, and it's just very beautiful to watch and to see as a man protected his babe from embarrassing question. What do you bring to the table? Why do I have to bring something to the table? Why? Anyways, thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And of course, I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.